Hi, everybody. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. I hope you all are sound and safe. It's so nice to have you all back here again. Yet another exciting teacher training program. Hi, everyone. We have people joining us from Greek, Pakistan, Sudan, Nigeria, India, Algeria, UAE, Qatar, South Africa. I'm so happy to have you all here. So kindly make sure that you scan the QR code that is there in front of your screen, or you can also click on the link which is there in the chat box. I'm also pinning it to make sure to mark from where you are joining us from. So I think I've seen a lot of people already marking from So so happy to have you all for this amazing session. This is going to be a blast. I'm being honest with you. I'm very excited. The entire team has been working day and night to make this a huge success. And I have to say, I welcome all of you with a very warm heart. And I'm more than happy to have you all here. We will be starting our session in another 2 minutes. Let everybody tune in. We already have over 130 participants who have joined us. So it's so nice to have you all here. We have people joining us from Turkey as well. Make sure you mark from where you're joining us in the world map, which is right there in front of your screen. So you can scan the QR code. You can also click on the link that I've shared in the chat box. It's also pinned. So do make sure to mark from where you guys are joining us from. We will be starting up with the session in another 2 minutes. So I request all of you to please bear with us. We are just waiting in for a few more of the participants to join in. Good evening. So we have people joining us from Jordan as well. That's so nice. It's nice to have you, Miss Noor. All right, everybody. So I think it's the right time to begin with our session. But before that, I will again go back to the Mentimeter slide and I will be asking you to also share what you guys are most excited about. But before that, I just wanted to come on the screen and just wanted to say hi, everybody, and welcome to another teacher training program at international level. This is going to be the biggest one so far. We have received more than 1,800 registrations. So I'm very glad to have you all here. And we will be joined by a lot more educators in this journey, in this live journey that we are having right now on the YouTube as well. Hi, Mr. Dave. Hi, everybody. All right. So it's the right time to showcase and ask you guys what you guys are really excited about, and then we can move ahead with the entire session. I know you all are really excited for it. So am I. So now I want to ask all of you what you guys are really excited about in this training program, because I wanted to know. So make sure you scan this QR code that is there in front of your screen, or if you already have opened the Mentimeter, you will be redirected to this one. Hi, everybody. Python, AI, tech, India. Okay. Project-based learning, hands-on experience. That's nice. Greetings for Colombia. Greetings from India as well. I am very excited as well. STEMpedia recognition. One of my favorite, of course. STEMpedia, making STEM projects, project-based learning, AI curriculum, coding. Funny, okay. Apps. All right. Classroom. That's nice. So I see a lot of you are putting up Python because I know this is the major core topic that we are going to focus on in this particular teacher training program. So I'll come back to this after some time, but I think it's the right time to begin with the session and welcome you all. So once again, hello and a very warm welcome to all of the wonderful educators who are joining us from around the globe. I'm absolutely thrilled to kick off this session one of International Teacher Training Program on Python with PictoBlox. And it's really incredible and heartwarming to see all of you and see all the educators in such a passionate community of all of you together and making this possible to empower the learning through the language of future, which is known as Python. So this training program isn't just about coding, it's also about transforming classrooms, making learning dynamic, and helping educators like you all to become the change makers of tomorrow. So over the next few days, we will not only be learning Python, but we will also explore how to bring coding, real world logic, and hands-on experience and innovation right into your teaching practices. So that is something that this entire teacher training program is about. We will be teaching you about really core Python programs. So it will moreover be program-based learning rather than project-based learning. Then coming to the objectives. So whatever we aim to achieve throughout these 5 days of teacher training program is we want to help you to master the core Python concepts that you can use for your classroom applications. We also will be seamlessly integrating AI and coding into your teaching, equip you with hands-on experience through engaging projects, and most importantly, empower you with future-ready skills to inspire the next generation of thinkers as well as innovators. So I think without further ado, let's get started with open minds, curious hearts, and the excitement to learn, grow, and lead the change in education. Starting with session number 1. In this session, we will be, briefly understanding what exactly Python is. We will be taking a look at user inputs. So this particular session is building up the foundational stage because that is the most important stage that you all have to make sure is strong. It's concrete strong. So this particular session focuses on building that foundation that you need to have throughout this training program. So we will be taking a look at user inputs, math operations, conditional statements, and other interactive programs based on these learnings. So these are the topics that we will be covering in today's session. We will be understanding how user input works around, how we can gather the data from the user, how to store it in a variable, perform some mathematical operations, how to use conditional statements, implement logical operators, and write real world application programs, just like BMI. BMI is body mass index. So that is a type of a calculator that we are going to make, right? That you can use for your science classes as well. Then we are also going to take a look at another program that we will be creating together, and that will be number guessing game. Because as I mentioned in this training program, I'm not just going to teach you how to code or how to learn these coding concepts, these Python programming concepts, but I will also be helping you out how to integrate it into your classroom. Right, because that is what the major agenda of these international teacher training programs are. So starting up with what exactly you think Python is. So I want you all to answer, what do you think Python is and why it is in so much trend these days? I want your answers in the chat box as always. To learn Python from the best. Thank you, Miss Mansi. What about others? What do you think Python is and why Python is in trend these days? It's a programming language. Python is interactive language, right? Python is simple and easy to learn, easy to code, high level language, easy to use. It's user friendly. Python is free. That's a really good point and easy to learn. Easy syntax, very true. Easy yet powerful, easy for kids to understand, amazing. Best suitable language for AI app creation, indeed it is. User friendly and easy syntax. Okay, chat is going way too fast. Okay, machine independent, right? Plenty of library support. That's very nice point that you mentioned. Easy to learn and it's known for its readability. That's correct. Exactly. So a lot of you talked about its ease, which really is true because Python is in vogue only because of its ease to learn. It's been versatile in nature and been widely used across multiple industries like AI, data science, automation, web designing, education, website designing, and more. So it's basically it upholds a branch of subtopics or upholds branch of industries that it can work onto. And these branches are growing by day. So that is why Python is in vogue these days. That is why everybody wants to learn Python. Now, it's also very clean. Its syntax is very clean. It's very simple. A lot of you talked about its simplicity. It has a very huge community support. Some of you also mentioned that as well, that the Python community is way too vast. Like everybody can come together and learn Python together, just like all of you here. It has powerful libraries. Mr. Josh, I think, mentioned that it has powerful libraries, which is one of the really good points because Python supports multiple libraries. And in these particular training sessions that we will be having, we will be working on those libraries as well. Then it is again friendly for both beginners as well as professionals, which is very true. It's interactive, right? Right. So you guys are very much correct over here. It's a best language for ML. Indeed, it is. Right. That's very true. So this is a quick introduction to Python. Python is not just a vogue language. It's a high level, beginner friendly programming language. It's very versatile, its nature. It's very easy to use. It's very easy to learn. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to learn Python with the help of none other, our amazing PictoBlox Python environment. So as I mentioned in the WhatsApp groups, if you haven't joined them, make sure to join the WhatsApp group. We will be sharing the links in the chat box as well. In the WhatsApp group, I mentioned that you have to download PictoBlox, the latest PictoBlox in your laptop or your PCs. PictoBlox Python environment is only available in desktop version. So you need to download it on your desktop. It won't be available on your phone or your tablets because Python is a very strong language. And of course, making it user friendly on laptop is much better. Right. So make sure to download the Python application on your desktop and let's start with that only then. So I will be sharing my Python screen after so long. Okay. So this is what the PictoBlox application looks like. Once you download it, this is what you will be welcomed with. It will be asking you what do you want to work on or which interface do you want to work on? So we have a lot of interfaces, as you can see. The block coding ones are divided into two, which is junior blocks as well as block-based coding. One is for age 4 plus and one is for age 7 plus. Then we have Python coding, in which we have Python editor as well as Python notebook. Don't worry, guys. In this particular training program, we will be covering both of them. Yes. Because I have tailored it in a way that you will find it very interesting. You will feel like that, yes, you have gained something new as well as sharpened your previous knowledge. So yeah, then with that, we also have machine learning environment and 3D and XR Studio. So without further ado, let's click on the Python editor and let's begin with the quick interface tour. So this is what the Python editor in PictoBlox look like. It's not like your normal IDE. IDE is integrated development environments. It's much better than that because it combines of that normal IDE concepts and making sure that it is user friendly as well as kids friendly. In short, users are going to be the kids only, right? They are the ones who will be learning these skills. They are the ones who will be using PictoBlox application to learn about Python, to learn about AI, coding, ML. So we have made sure that this Python editor of PictoBlox includes both the PictoBlox core concepts, the PictoBlox functions, as well as vanilla Python functions. So it's a perfect blend of both the PictoBlox functions as well as the IDE functions right over here in front of you. All right. Now I will quickly once again come back to my presentation and show you what all is up on the PictoBlox interface. So we have project files, modules, terminal, log, serial monitor, a lot more things. So you don't have to memorize all of it. We will be going through each one of them in these sessions, and you will be learning how to use and what's the use of each one of these things right over there in your Python editor. Okay, let's start with the basic one, which is the first code that we do. And I want you to answer, which is the first line of code that we always put up when we are using these kind of programming languages or any kind of programming language, which is the one first code, which we say the welcome code or hello code. I have given you enough hints. Come on. I'm waiting for your response, guys. Hello world. Indeed, indeed, Miss Maheshwari. Indeed, it's hello world. Right, Mr. Akshay. It is hello world. It will be print hello world. So right over here on your PictoBlox application in the middle, you will be seeing this, which is your coding area right over here. This is your coding area. This is where the magic will take place. This is where you will be coding. So by default, whenever you open any PictoBlox project file in the Python editor, you will see sprite equals to sprite Toby and Toby right over here on the stage. What this particular thing determines. So this states that your Python project file of Toby is ready to be launched. All you need to do is start coding. Toby is already initialized, and now you just have to start coding, whether it be vanilla Python, whether it be Python with Toby or any other sprites. So let's start off with our normal hello world program. So a lot of you said print hello. Okay, let me make it capital. Hello world. All right. So I will click on run and I will see this executing on the terminal right over there in front of you. Right. A lot of you mentioned print hello world. That's nice. So you can see this hello world coming up on the terminal. That means our code is working perfectly fine. Now one more thing. What if I want Toby to say hello world, but I want it to say it on the stage, not on the terminal? How to do that? Can anybody tell me? Any guesses? Any guesses on how to make Toby say hello world? Sprite.say. Very good there, robotics. Indeed, Sprite.say. So Sprite is the library in which we have the functions. So these are the functions. These are the functions that you can use when you are using or working with a sprite, whether it be Toby, Hazel, Monster, or any other sprite that you add, or you draw your own. So sprite.say, in this I will type hello world, and let's click on run. So as you can see, it's saying hello world, it's printing hello world here again, and Toby is also saying hello world. So this is how this is something that I just wanted to showcase, that vanilla Python plus the PictoBlox concepts or the PictoBlox functions can be easily merged together in the PictoBlox Python editor. Right over here is a prime example for you all. Okay, now let's move on to our first and foremost activity. Or before that, let's try to understand what are the basic concepts that we will be using in that activity, right? Okay, I'll quickly share my screen once again over here. So we have already done with the first program. We have done print hello world. We have done the sprite.say hello world as well. Let's come to user input, because this is something which is very important for all of you to understand. When I was working with students who were studying in class 6th, in some of the schools I have visited, and I had a chance to, sit around and have a chat with the kids who were studying Python for the first time. And the first thing they talked about was, sir, how to take user input. What's the correct way to take user input? They get a little, they hesitate, or I would say they find it a little difficult. Which indeed, when I was learning Python, when I was in 6th standard, I also found it a little difficult. Like, how exactly shall I take user input? I don't know what to do. So today we are going to work on that as well, and then we will be moving towards our activity. Okay, let me just remove this print hello and this as well. Okay, you can delete these from over here. It's good to go. Now, what exactly do we want to do? We want to first of all understand how we want the user, or what type of input we want the user to give. Is it a name? Is it a number? Is it character? Is it yes, no? What exactly it is? So right over here, I will just give you a quick prime example, which is of name. So what I'm doing, this over here is a variable. This over here on the left hand side is a variable. And I've named this variable as name. And I'm going to take input. So I'm using the input function, which is used to take input from the user. Now, in these brackets, I will be asking, enter your name. Sorry, dot. Then, do I want to print this name, or do I want the Toby to say this name? Let's do Toby to, let's make Toby say this name. Okay, sprite.say. Now I will be just typing name, or what you can do is, yeah, just type name. Yeah. Okay, let's click on run. Let's see what will happen. So it's asking me my name over here in the terminal, as you can see. I will type down Vivek, and it's saying Vivek. So you see what is happening over here? The name variable is taking a user input, and it's asking enter your name, and it's doing that in the terminal. And I'm getting that result when I'm typing it. When I hit enter, my Toby sprite is saying my name. So this is how you take user input. It's very easy. It's something which is vanilla Python. Indeed, vanilla means plain, right? So this is just few concepts that I wanted to highlight. And these are few concepts which I felt like some of the educators who joined the past 2023 Python educator bootcamp. At that time, we used to call it bootcamp. In that particular bootcamp, we saw that some of the educators were finding it a little difficult to take user input, and that's completely fine. Okay. Everybody makes error, and making errors in code, I would say, will make your code and your coding journey as well as your coding future much better. Trust me. All right. Now, let's take a look at arithmetic operations or operators. So there are few arithmetic operations, as you can see right over here, which are okay, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, and more. So these are some of the arithmetic operations that you will be using in the upcoming activities. So you have to make sure that you understand what these arithmetic operators are doing. So, and how they are denoted with a symbol, what exactly they will be doing, right? So this is just a quick gist of the same. Now moving to conditional statements. Now this is very important. After this, we will be directly moving to our first activity. But before that, we will be looking at logical operators as well. So the conditional statements are basically, I give you some set of condition. You tell me that this condition is true or this condition is not true. So if I ask you, do you know what is Python? And you all answered because you knew what is Python. So what I did, I gave you a condition, and what you all gave me, a response. A response when that condition was true. And what if that condition was false? There wouldn't be any response from any of you. Right. So this is something that you need to understand. Let's try to break it down in a very simpler or layman's language. My mother says, if you do not eat your lunch on time, you will not get any treats or you will not get any dessert. So what she has done, she has set a condition for me. Vivek, if you're going to have your lunch, then only you're getting your dessert. If not, no dessert for you. Simple. So what she has done, she has set up one condition. Based on that one condition, she had set two parameters or two, let's say two breakdowns of that conditional statements. One is if that conditional statement is true, I will be getting the dessert. That means if I have had my lunch, I will be getting the dessert. If I do not have my lunch, I'm not getting the dessert. So based on that, this is how the conditional statement works. So you have to try and, break it down into more simpler concepts in your classroom to make sure that kids understand. What you can do is you can also make them stand. So what I used to do is I used to make kids stand in a row, or like I used to have three kids come in front, three kids of different heights, and I used to make them stand in mix order. And I used to ask the classroom, now tell me, is this true? Is this order in which they are standing, is it true? And they used to be like, no, it's false. Then I used to be like, how to debug it, how to make sure that it's working correctly. Now they were able to make some tweaks, and then they all were standing in ascending order. So that is something how you can use to train kids about or make sure that kids understand what conditional statements are, because indeed these are core concepts that kids find it difficult in these days. That is the only reason I wanted to introduce you all to these particular concepts on the first session. Now, there are multiple types of conditional statements. Right over here, the major three are if statement, if else statement, if else statement, and nested conditional statements. So nested, of course, means branching all of them together, right? That is what nesting means, branching all of them together. But what are the different ones? So if means if this condition is true, then this will happen. If else means if this condition is true, this will happen. If this condition is false, another statement will happen. Right. So over here, as you can see, I will also go back to my PictoBlox and give you a quick gist of what's the difference between the same. All right. Python libraries itself understand the type of data entered by the user. Indeed, right, Mr. Karan, right, it's true. Okay, let me give you a quick prime example of this particular thing over here. So this is a quick code that I wanted to show you. So over here, as you can see, The value of x is equals to 15. And if I'm asking if x is less than 0, then what will happen? If again x divided by 2 equals to 0, print positive even, else print positive odd. Let's break it down into more simpler concepts. Let's say if x is equals to 10, then print hello. So this is your if condition, in which what is happening? Okay, sorry. In which what is happening? You are first of all initializing a variable, then you are trying to pass on a condition which is if x is equals to 10. That means is the value of x 10? If it is true, then it will print hello. If it is not true, it will not print anything. Let's say if I want to print something when it is not true, what I will do, I'll use the else part. Print by. Let's quickly remove all of it. Clear this, run it. By the time it's running, I'm going to take a look at the chat. It makes the class interactive. Indeed, it makes the class interactive. We will be sharing the attendance link at the end of the session, so you don't have to worry. No, it's not the same link, Mr. Joshua. We will be sharing the attendance link. All right, as you can see, it is printing by. So this is how basically conditional statements work in real application. You need to understand which condition you are passing. Based on that condition, which other statements do you want to pass? And do you want to check multiple conditions? If you want to check multiple conditions, you have to use if, elif, else. If you do not want to check multiple conditions, you just want to check one condition and pass on one statement, you will be using the if. That's it. That's very simple, right? Now, any questions so far? Why did you put 2 equals to? So the reason of putting 2 equals to is to, so what will happen is this particular operator, I will be coming to it because it's a logical operator. So no, sorry, not a logical operator, but it's arithmetic operator, but helps you to understand what the value is. So let's say if I just put equals to 10. Now if I run it, fail to execute. Error on line number 2. Why? Because single equal to means you are assigning a value to a variable, which we have already done. You can't assign a value to a variable in your this particular if condition. You can't assign a value in any conditional statement. You have to ask the computer, is this value equals to, that is by putting double equals to. If this value is equal to 10 or not. If it is equals to 10, then print hello. If it is not equals to 10, then print nothing because we have removed the else part. So I hope you understood. It's a relational operator. Increment. No, it's not increment. It's not increment. What is vanilla Python? So vanilla Python is basically the basic core Python, or let's say the foundational stage of Python, in which you learn the basic concepts like conditional statements, variables, user inputs. You learn about types of conditional statements, switch statements, and more. Can you please send the QR code again? I missed it due to some network issue. No worries. We will be sending the links again. You don't have to worry. I like you highlight to more Python parameters and syntax, but if there is a document, can I read and understand it? Please share. Yes, so there are multiple documents. As I mentioned, I will be taking on a tour of the LMS also. So there you will be seeing these things in a lot more detail. So you don't have to worry. I'll take you on tour soon. Okay, let's begin with the first activity, shall we? Because we have already halfway through the session. Let me quickly give you a gist of what are logical operators, because this is again something which a lot of kids face an issue with. So logical operators are trying to understand or trying to compare two or more parameters or two or more conditions. So, and logical operator is basically something that you use to check if two conditions are true or not. So if there are two conditions which are true, I will be getting that true value. So let's say if I say, right over here is an example, but let's say if I give you another example on the screen itself. So let's say if over here I say 1 plus 1 equals to 2, 2 plus 3 equals to 5. And if I say 1 plus 1 and 3 plus 2, now what will be this like output of it? Will it be true or will it be false? Now I want you to answer. Will it be true or will it be false? I'm waiting for your answer in the chat box. It will be true. Right, Miss Simple. Indeed, it will be true. No, Mr. Karan, won't be false. It will be true because reason and logical operator only passes on true value when both the conditions are true. So both the conditions over here are true. The condition one is 1 plus 1, 2. Yes, it is. Is 3 plus 2, 3, 2 plus 3, 5. Yes, it is. Both of the conditions are true. That means the answer is also true. It's not false. Now let's say if my answer is this. Now what will be my answer? Will it be false or will it be true? What will be my answer over here? But it will be true for or as well, indeed. False. Yes, it will be false over here. So this is and logical and operator. Now let's say if I use or operator. In this one, what will happen? Will it return true or will it return false? One of you already have answered in the chat box. It's so nice to have you all here. I have to be honest. It's so nice to see live chat. It's so nice to see all of your names. Mr. Dave, Miss Nikita, Miss Marina, Mr. Rajveer, everybody. It's so nice to have you all here. Mr. Ivan. But please make sure that you make these sessions more interactive through the live chat. It will be true. Indeed, it will be true. The reason the or only checks if any one of these conditions are true or not. So this is true. So it will return true as well. Perfect. Then let's say if I use, instead of it, I use not. Now tell me, what will be the answer? Will it be true? Will it be false? Okay, 2 plus 5, 2 plus 3 equals to 5. So one condition is true. So true. Indeed, yes. This is true because only checks one has for only one has to be true, right? Logic of or only when two get false, it has false value, the other are true. Indeed. So a lot of you are saying it will be true, which is indeed correct. Right. So logical not checks whether the condition is false or true. And on the basis of that, it asks, is it not true? Then you will be like, yes, it is not true. That means the answer is true. Right. So if I ask you, have you done your assignments? You'll be like, no, I haven't. So you will be like, that means no. Right. So same way, it's asking me, is 1 plus 1 equals to 0? So you are like, no, of course it is not. That means you are correct. 1 plus 1 is not 0. So that is why it is giving you value as true. Well done. I have to say you all are very nice. You all are doing great in the live chat box, and it's so nice to see the engagement. Now let's move directly to our activity. We have learned enough about these concepts. We had 30 minutes just to focus on these. Now we will be taking a look at the activities that we'll be doing together. Now, what we are making first is BMI calculator. Now, before making this activity, I will be telling you what exactly BMI is. So BMI is body mass index. So it is used to calculate your body mass index. It used to help nutritionists. It's used to help people to understand what's the person's like body mass index and like determine whether that person is obese, whether that person is underweight or overweight or like perfectly fine. So this is what this BMI calculator is used for. Okay, let's start with the application. Let's start with making this BMI calculator. We'll open the PictoBlox application again. This time I will open a new file. So I'll click on File. I'll click on New Python Editor Project. And sorry, I will not save it. So cancel. Let's just open. No. All right. So I have it right over here in front of me. Now, let's start off with the coding part of it. It's going to be very easy. First thing first, what do we need to do? We need to take down the major part. First of all, whenever you are coding, you need to explain it to kids that how you break down your code into fewer simpler parts. You need to first of all understand what exactly you want the code to do, right? And then you have to try making a dry run of it and then putting it all together and be debugging it if it requires. If not, then it's going to work perfectly fine. All right. I'll quickly start with asking you one simple question. Whenever you are weighing yourself or whenever you are measuring your height, you get decimal values most of the times. Indeed, some of you will be like perfect 6 feet. Some of you will be like perfect 5. Some of you will be perfectly 59 kgs or 72 kgs. So that perfect weight ones, good to go. The ones who have decimal values in their height as well as in their weight, what is the data type that I have to use to pass on these decimal values or to take these decimal values as user input? Now I want answers in the chat box. Go on. I'm loving the live engagement. Float. Indeed. Right. It will be float. So what we will be doing is we will be passing on two particular integers. Number one will be for weight or height, and second will be height or weight, whatever way that you want to take it around. So first thing first, let's calculate weight. For weight, I'm just using W. You can type down the whole thing as well. Float. Now, after typing float, what do I want? Do I want user input or do I just want to put down the values that I already have? No, I want others also to use my application that I'm creating. I want these application to be used by kids as well. So what you can do is you can just type input. And here, take input of weight. Enter your weight. All right. Same way, let's just duplicate it. Let's make it easy. Your height. Float, enter your height. There you go. I have taken two inputs. Let's remove Toby sprite. This first line, we don't need it as of now. Now I have taken two inputs, two user inputs. One is for weight and one is for height. Now there is a formula to calculate body mass index. And that formula is weight divided by height into 2, or let's say exponential 2. Now, if you took a look at the arithmetic operators, you know what exponential is, but I will be showing you it as well. So W upon height into this. This is the entire formula of BMI. This is the formula by which you calculate body mass. But I want to ask you again, is this correct? Is this the correct way to put up the formula? The formula is correct. The formula is very much correct. But is this the correct way to put it up? Am I missing something? In this line only, in line number 4, am I missing something? I want your answers. Come on. Single, no, brackets. Exactly, Mr. Akshay. Brackets. Whenever you want something to be done, so let's say if I want 2 plus 2 multiplied by 2. But before adding 2 into 2, I want this multiplication to be done. So what I will do, I'll put it in bracket. So now what it will be look like, what it will look like to computer is 2 plus 4. And 2 plus 4 is equals to 6. So your answer will be 6. But if you do it this way, 2 plus 2 into 2, your answer will be 2 plus 2, 4 into 2, that will be 8. See, that's the difference. Same way, if I do not put this in bracket, what will happen? This will be divided, and then the divided outcome will be exponential to 2. I don't want to do that. I want to double up the height. I want to exponential the height. So I will put up this height, this particular multiplication exponential into brackets. And then that's done. Very simple, very easy. Parenthesis. Exactly, Mr. Arman. That is what it is called as. Brackets or parenthesis. Right. Now, what do I want to do? After this, I want to just put up very simple if condition. So what UN has done is they have very much dedicated values by which they calculate whether that person is underweight, normal weight, overweight, or obese. These are 4 categories that they use to calculate the person's BMI or which category they are underlying in. So for it, what I'll be using if, else, if. So if BMI, now quick question to you. BMI less than 18.5, it will be category of underweight, right? So less than 18.5. Now, if you want the Toby sprite to say underweight, you have to initialize sprite again. But if you want to print it on your screen, you can directly like print over here, just type underweight. Simple. Okay, next. If this condition, let's say, is not true, we want to check the other condition. And that is, if my weight is less than equals to and more than 25 or less than 25, it's normal weight. Let's do that. So it will be elif. Let's give us some space. BMI is, sorry, BMI 18.5 less than equals to BMI 25. Now my question, is this correct? If it is not correct, what I'm doing wrong? And if it is correct, will it give me the output that I want? Now I want your answers in the chat box. Bod mass reminds me of it and body mass index. Indeed, it does remind me of it as well. If BMI, okay, fine. Something is missing. What it is, Steve? Tell me what it is missing. Extra BMI? Mr. Lakshmi, you are there. You are somewhere close. Greater than BMI. No logical operator used. Okay, true. If, okay, Afra has typed it down. LF BMI less than equal to 25 and BMI more than true. True. There are two ways to do it. Either remove one of the BMI or add any logical operators. Any means and logical operator, not any, because we want both of the conditions to be true. So both of the ways are correct. Either we can remove this and this will make it correct as well. Or we can do this. So either of these ways are correct. But we don't want it to be lengthy. We don't want kids to be confused. So that is why we are going to go with the shorthand way, which is this one. Simple yet easy. Now, if this is true, then what do we want to do? We want to print normal weight. Normal weight. Right. Then our other condition, I'm quickly going to type it down. Elif, the condition is if it is less than equal to, sorry, more than equal to 25 and less than 30, then you are overweight. So 25 less than equals to BMI less than 30, then I want to print overweight. Then else obese. Obese, yeah. All right, let me quickly give a run through. We are doing a float input of weight as well as height. Then we are calculating the BMI with the BMI calculator formula. Then we are checking the values that has been set up as the parameters. Then we are putting it up. If it is less than 18.5, then you're underweight. If it is less than, sorry, more than equals to 18.5, but less than 25, then you're normal weight. If it is less than equal to, sorry, more than equal 25 and less than 30, then you're overweight. And if it is more than 30, then you're obese. So these are the values, and this is how you check BMI. Now, let's quickly run it. It will take inputs. Oh, sorry, I'm opening log, not terminal. Let me run it again. Float input. Okay, now got it, because I was on log at the first time, so it wasn't, asking me it again. So my weight is 70.4. My height is 6.1. And I'm underweight. Indeed, I am. Because according to my height, my weight isn't that much. My accurate weight should be around 76 to 80. So what you can do is this is a very simple BMI calculator. Same way you can create your BMI calculator as well. Now, let's say you want to increase this BMI calculator's abilities. What you can do is you can also put in, if your height is this much, your weight is this much, then what more you can do to put it up. What more you can do, what type of nutrients you can take. So you can make it, you can expand it, you can make your own innovations out of it, and you will be more than good to go. Now let's quickly save it and quickly run to the other activity. BMI Cal is the name. Let's quickly hit save icon. Save the project anywhere on your desktop or your folder that you're going to create, because you need to save these activities because you will be submitting them on your LMS course. Let's quickly open and head over to the next activity. The next activity is yet another one, which is one of my favorite. It's very easy, yet very, I would say, something which is in trend these days. That is number guessing game. So you will be getting few chances. You will be getting 5 attempts. The computer will be choosing a number between 1 to 20. Based on that number, you will be getting, the computer will decide one number that will be in between 1 and 20. You will be getting 5 guesses. And in those 5 guesses, if you guess the number, then you win. If not, then you have to try it again. Right? Very easy, yet very amazing. And this is something which I really, really do love. It's something that kids also will be loving. You can do that as well with the kids. Uh, Now, let's start off with this activity. So first thing first, what do I want to do? I want to first add the number to guess. I want the computer to pick the number from 1 to 20. So for this, I will be using the random library, or let's say a random class, not library, it will be class. So for that, what I have to do, I have to import it. So I will use import random. Now, this will import the random class over here for me. Now what do I want to do? I want to guess or pick the number so that the person who was attempting this particular game can guess it. So for this, what I will do, I will write number, or let's say guessed number or picked number. I think that will be much better. Picked number. So picked number is the variable which I'm creating so that the computer will pick a particular number. Now for it, how to make the computer pick a random number is random dot. So now you will see there are multiple number of functions that you can use. So random, R-A-N-D, I-N-T. And over here, I'll write 120. Now what this will do? Computer will pick a random number between a random integer. This RAND is short form of random. It will pick random integer. INT is short form of integer. So collabing both together, we have made this RAND INT function, which is to randomly pick a number between 1 to 20. Very easy, good to go. Next, how many attempts do we want to give the kids or ourselves in this case? Let's give ourselves 5 attempts. Good to go. So what I've done, I have made one variable, I have assigned 5. I have named that variable attempts. So let's do that as well. Now, after giving attempts, I want to print first line, which will be like, now it's your time to guess the number between 1 to 20. Print time to guess number between 1 to 20. Or if you don't want it 1 to 20, you can do 1 to 10 as well. It's up to you. Or you can increase the attempts as well. Now, after this, what do I want to do? How many times I want this to be executed? Can anybody tell me? How many times I want to keep on checking if that particular number is being guessed or not? Now I want your answer in the chat box. Go on, guys. Waiting for your answers. 5 times loop? No, but which, I mean, yeah, loop, but which loop? That is my question. Which loop? using a loop, right? While loop. Very good, Miss Afra. Indeed, it will be while loop. Why? Because while attempts are less than or more than zero, then we wanted to keep on asking next guess, next guess. So if there are zero attempts, we want the game to be finished. If there are more than zero attempts, then we want the computer to again and again ask the user to guess another number. Right. Amazing. Amazing. All right. Now, while attempts, sorry, is more than zero. Done. While attempts is more than zero, what do we want to do? We want to guess the number. So to guess the number, again, we have to take user input. But in which? In a variable. Let's name that variable guess. Let's take a user input. We will just type int, type input, enter your guess. Done. Now, after that person has entered a guess, no, we won't be using for loop, Miss Nikita. But there is a way around to use a for loop. If you want, you can do that as well. There is again, but using a for loop will make it a little complex. I'm not saying you can't use it. You can use it. But what I suggest is using methods that are more easier than complex. So easier methods are more appreciated, right? True. Now, I want to check if the guess number is equals to predicted number. Now, am I going to use 1 equal to sign or 2 equal to sign? My next question. Am I going to use 1 equals to sign or 2 equals to sign? I mean, I already have the answer in the chat box by someone named as Enjoy Learning Computer Science. I enjoy it too. Mr. Akshay has also mentioned it. It's double equals to. Indeed, correct. So why int? Because we are not going to work on float over here. That's the only reason. Amazing, guys. I love the way that you all are interacting in the chat box. It makes me really happy. True. All right. So what we'll be doing, if guess is double equals to big number. If it is true, then what do we want to print? We want to print congratulations, right? Let's do that. Print congratulations. Let's also add an emoji to make it kids friendly. If not, let's say, if not, what do we want to do? We want to tell them, is it too low or is it too high? Right? We are going to give them some hints, right? We will be telling them, hey, your number that you have guessed is a little too low from the number that computer has picked. Or, hey, the number that you have guessed is a little too high than what computer has picked. So we have two more conditions, or let's say we have one more condition and then we will putting it up in the else part, the other one. Right? Let's do that. If the guessed number is less than or the guessed number is less than the picked number, then we want to say too low. So let me do one more thing. Let me give some spaces so that it's more clear to you guys. Okay. If the guess number is less than predicted number or picked number, then we want to print too low. Try again. Right? That is what we want to do. Now, again, do I want to print a last message or do I want to print just too high, try again? Now I want, again, your guys' opinion over here. What do you want? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to put up directly the else part, or do you want me to put up the part in which I'm going to ask them again for another round? or another, let's say, pass on another statement. Okay, double equals to, that is done. We should stop the while loop after 5 attempts. Indeed, yeah, that is why we are putting while loop. And reduce attempts, Miss Nikita, you can do that. But let's be kids friendly, right? Let's be kids friendly. Okay. How did you put that emoji? Mr. Akshay, so I'm using Mac. So whenever I type something, that touch bar brings up emojis for me. So that is how I pick. I'm putting up these emojis. Elif and after that else. Okay, we can. So see, whenever you are coding any type of program, not just in Python, but in any programming language, whenever you're coding, there are multiple ways to take up one particular code or to do one particular code. So let's say if I want to teach you guys how to, display multiplication table, all of you will be coming up with a new way of doing that. Right. Every one of you will be showcasing me a unique way to display a multiplication table. Some of you will be working on how to display multiplication table of a user input. Some of you will display it in one go. Some of you will display it one by one. Right. So again, any type of code that you are building, it totally depends on you, which is the way that you want to take it up. Right. So over here, I will just print the else part, and then I will show you what I'm going to do for the attempts. All right. Now let's just go with else and print, sorry, too high, try again. Right. Now the conditions are done. I'm done with the conditions, but there's one more thing that is missing. Now you have to tell me what it is. I have to count the attempts also. So how do I do that? I have given you a really good, amazing. I'm very happy to see the live interaction. Mr. Budi already have put it up in the chat. Ms. Rani also has put it up in the chat. Mr. Akshay, again, top-notch educators, truly. All right, indeed, we have to make sure that we are putting it up, which is attempts minus equals to 1. Now, can anybody tell me what exactly this will do? Again, for next attempt, okay, true. Any other thing that you feel like, yeah, this is what it will do? Counter variable, amazing. Miss Harpreet, superb. Indeed, it is the countering. It's like basically setting up a counter. We want to have, because the attempts over here, this attempts variable is going to act as a counter variable. Great, great. I'm very happy to see the lovely live interaction. So now after this, what do I want to do? I want to print the number of attempts that are left, because I want to tell the user that, hey, you only have 2 more attempts left. So what I will do, print in this, I'll just like write attempts, sorry, left. And over here, I want to print the number of attempts. So I'll use curly brackets. In this, I will type attempts. Simple. All right. So now I want to do one more thing. If now I am coming out of this while loop, if attempts is equals to 0, I want to print, sorry, you lost. Try to play again. Simple as that. This is my entire number guessing game. And trust me, I have made this game multiple times and kids love it. They love it. They go crazy about it. They are like, sir, I want to play, sir, I want to try it out. Let's try it out then, shall we? All right. Now I also want you guys to also try it and share the screenshots. In how many attempts have you guessed the number right? All right. Now time to enter your guess. I think it's 5. Too high. Okay. It's not printing the attempts for me. It's not printing the number of attempts for me. So what I will do, I will type it this way. Let's see if that's going to work or not. Stop the code. Clear the terminal and run it again. Okay, guess your number. I think 5 again. Too low. So this int, yeah, it can't be added like this. Okay, no worries. So number of attempts left, we will print it here. Now let's do it. Or there is a way to print it over here as well. You can try it out. It's up to you. Okay, time to enter or time to guess number between 1 to 20. Enter your guess over here. I think my guess is 6. Too high. 2. Too high. 1. Congratulations. There you go. Can you see? I typed 6. It said too high. Try again. Attempts left, only 4. Then enter your guess 2. Too high once again. Then of course, I have entered 1. Then it said congratulations. And I had still 2 more attempts left. So this is how you take up this game. It's very easy. It's very, I would say, it's very easy. Plus, it's not very time consuming to build. So yeah, again, let's save it up. Number guessing game. Now you can make it more neat. The way that it was coming up to me, you can make it more neat as well. You just need to add more print statements and use more brackets and all, and then it will be good to go. Let's save it. You can save it again on your desktop or any folder that you create because you need to save it. I have already saved it, so I'm not going to save it right now. Okay, coming back to our presentation. So this concludes 2 of our activities, which is BMI calculator as well as number guessing game. Now, I'm going to quickly give you the LMS tool because this is very important. This is something that I really wanted to talk to you guys about, and that is a one-on-one from me to you guys. All the links that we share in the WhatsApp and Telegram groups are also there on the LMS course. Let me show you where exactly you will be able to find them. I'm just going to share my screen, signing in. Just a moment. I will be sharing the feedback and attendance form link after this. So don't worry. I'll be sharing it to you all. All right. So this is the main page of this particular training program. You can download the brochure. The timings are going to be 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. IST. Today we are going out of time only because it was the first session. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about is over here also, you will see all of these sessions are hyperlinked. So you can click on these and you will be redirected to the session. So you can watch this live from here as well. And this is your course. So right over here is my International Teacher Training Program on Python with PictoBlox. This is the course. First of all, you will be welcomed with the welcome note. So you have to go through that as well, right? Once you go through, make sure you mark complete. Then you will be going to the course overview. You have to go through this and mark complete. Then you have to go through the prerequisites. So one of the major prerequisite is filling the pre-survey form. So upon filling pre-survey and post-survey form is one of the criteria to secure your participation certificate, as well as to be a part of the top performers race. To understand more about the top performance criteria, keep on watching the sessions. I will be telling you about that in upcoming sessions as well. So you have to fill out the pre-survey form. It is also hyperlinked here, and we will be sharing it to you on the WhatsApp and Telegram groups as well. Then, if you haven't had the chance to attend the previous year's Python teacher training program, you can attempt it right over here. There is a playlist link. You can click on that and you will be redirected to it as well. Once you're done with the prerequisites, let's click on Mark Complete, and this section is completely done from your end. Now it will be striked off. This is session number 1. You can see session number 1 live link is right over here. You just need to click on it and you will be there redirected. Again, for session number 2, it will be there. You will be redirected directly on the YouTube. So here, one of you was talking about, can you explain it in detail? Here you can see everything is explained in detail. Each and everything. How to open PictoBlox, what are the few syntax and structure things that you have to keep in mind, how to write comments. Then you have to mark complete this. You will be going to the next lesson part in which you will be understanding user input and mathematical operations. Then mark complete this. And then comes your conditional statements and logical operators. Once you're done with it, mark complete this as well. And there's your activity right over here, which is your BMI calculator. Now I've put it up the values also. There's the entire code for you as well with the working. And here you have to submit the assignment. So the assignment will be your SB3 file only. Assignments of the activities that we are doing in class is going to be SB3 file only. Now, once you are done, so let me submit it in front of you. Once you upload this, you will automatically be moved to the next activity, where you have to upload your next activity that you have created. So this will be automatically approved. Once it is automatically approved, you will be going to the next activity. This activity, again, you have to submit it up. Once you submit it, you will be getting approval automatically. And the DIY is where you have to create an activity based on these lesson contents. You have to design any of your program. You have to make a YouTube video of it and submit that YouTube video here. That YouTube video can be of 5 minutes, 3 minutes, more than 5 minutes. It's up to you. But you have to make a YouTube video explaining what program that you have created, your DIY program, and then you have to submit that here. And that will be your YouTube video link. Once you do that, your session 1 is striked off, completed. So this is what the LMS looks like. You will be having all of the links here itself. So you don't have to worry, you don't have to go anywhere. LMS is your one-stop solution. This is where everything will be there for you to join us live, to submit your feedback forms, to submit your pre-survey and post-survey forms, and few more things. All right. So I think I have covered up everything. If you have any question, feel free to ask me right now in the chat box while I'm showing you the QR code to scan for your attendance. So I'm sharing the attendance feedback form right in the chat box and pinning it as well. So kindly fill it up. All right. Now I'm coming to the questions. Can we do the video in Arabic for our students? Indeed, that is what I was coming to. So why we are asking you to make videos? Number one question, which I want to answer myself for you all. The answer is we want you to make these videos not just to be a part of top performers race, but to also gather a vast library of resources for your students. So one video will be helping you out in multiple ways. It will be helping you out to be a part of this particular teacher training program, and also help you to make a library of resources for your students. How to join the WhatsApp group? I am going to drop the WhatsApp group and Telegram group links in the chat box so that you can join it as well. Don't worry, I'm dropping it down in the chat box for you. And I hope you all enjoyed this session. I have to say it was so lovely to have you all. Make sure that you fill the attendance and feedback form. That the WhatsApp and Telegram group links are also there in the attendance form. Once you fill it, you will be redirected to them. Thank you so much, Mr. Juan. It was indeed much more greater to have you all. Thank you so much, Mr. Rajveer. No doubts at all. That's amazing. Any doubts that you guys have, you can put it out right now, or you can also share it in the WhatsApp or Telegram groups. And my entire team is there to help you out. I can't see I can't access the attendance link. I'm going to share it again in the chat box. Don't worry. There you go. Thank you, Miss Nikita. Thank you, Miss Pola. Thank you, dear Robotics, Mr. Joko, Mr. Uma Shankar. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope the link is working for all of you. Once you have filled the attendance and feedback form, please give a thumbs up in the chat box. Which is most for rate, 1 or 5? 5. Thanks a lot, Mr. Vivek. Clear and well explained. This is Ginny. Thank you so much, Miss Ginny. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll be seeing you tomorrow again at the same place at the same time. We will be sharing all the links to all of you, so you don't have to worry. And as I mentioned, all the links are there on the LMS. Make sure to drop a like as well as a heart in the chat box once you are done with filling the attendance form. Attendance form link is also pinned in the chat box, and I'm sharing it again for your ease. Amazing. Thanks, Ms. Saril from Malaysia. In the rate, which is the most? 5 is most. In the rating, 5 is most. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. If you're registered, you do not need to register again. All right. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.